We just started the race and we're on lap 1 out of 45. Currently, Pillow Flame is in 8th position and Van Crystal is in 18th position. However, Van Crystal quickly moved up to 17th position. Let's see how the rest of the race unfolds. Let's catch up on what just happened in the race. Currently, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is holding the 2nd position. Meanwhile, Judah Smoker Blunt from the same team is following closely in 3rd position. On the other hand, Masalado has decided to enter the pits and is currently in the 34th position. Similarly, Piking Joyer from Team Apex Mafia has also entered the pits and is currently placed 33rd. Stay tuned for more updates as the race progresses. At the moment, Smurf20 from Team for 20 is holding onto the 5th position, while Masalado and Piking Joyer from Teams Apex Mafia are exiting the pits in positions 33 and 34 respectively. Meanwhile, Dodisius is doing well in 6th place and Deplorable from Team Mutant Laws of Motion is making their way into the pits in 31st position. Lastly, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in 2nd place. Stay tuned to see how the race unfolds. Hub03 from Team Navgunkins just entered the pits and is currently in position 29. Meanwhile, Gary 710 from Team for 20 managed to pass Thundrum Fox 007 for the 1st position. Both Smile 9071 and Wild Road Rage also entered the pits, currently in positions 33 and 28 respectively. On the other hand, Smurf20 from Team for 20 is holding strong in 4th position. Lastly, Smile 9071 successfully exited the pits and is now back in the race in position 28. Stay tuned for more thrilling moments from this R-driven racing simulator. Right now we have Pillow Flame in 7th position, just 0.3 seconds ahead of Rally Ranger in 8th. Smurf20 from Team for 20 is currently in 4th place, 0.4 seconds behind Judah Smoker Blunt from Team for 20 who is in 3rd place. Additionally, Pillow Flame is also 0.4 seconds behind Okyoki3 from Team Mutant Laws of Motion who is in 6th position. That's what's happening on the track right now. Pillow Flame is currently in 7th position, with their best lap time being 1:16.91, just 1.92 seconds off the fastest lap. Smurf20 from Team for 20 is currently in 4th position, trailing behind Judah Smoker Blunt from Team for 20 in 3rd position by 0.3 seconds. Pillow Flame is currently maintaining their position ahead of Rally Ranger in 8th position by a margin of 0.4 seconds. Lastly, Smile 9071 is currently making a pit stop in 30th position. We've just witnessed some intense action on the racing track. Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is currently in 4th position, closely trailing behind Judas Smoker Blunt from Team for 20 in 3rd place. Meanwhile, Smile 9071 just made an exit from the pits and is now positioned at 30th place. Rally Ranger is fiercely competing in 8th place, trying to catch up to Pillow Flame in 7th position. Despite the tough competition, Smurf 20 from Team for 20 continues to display impressive driving skills, staying just 0.4 seconds behind Judas Smoker Blunt from Team for 20 in 3rd place. Keep watching to see what happens next. We're currently in the middle of a race, and there have been some interesting developments. Pillow Flame is currently in 7th place, just 0.2 seconds behind Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 6th place. Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is putting up a good fight and currently sits in 4th place, with a best lap time of 1:15.270, only 0.712 seconds off the fastest lap. Rally Ranger is close behind in 8th place, trying to catch up to Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion. Silver Gaming from Team Luna Motorsports has just entered the pits and is currently in 29th position. And lastly, right now in the race, Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is holding onto 4th position with a small gap of 0.3 seconds ahead of Dodisius in 5th place. We also just saw Smile 9071 enter the pits, currently sitting in 30th position. Meanwhile, Rally Ranger is in 8th place with a slim lead of 0.1 seconds over Punished Weasel in 9th. Lastly, Dodisius is putting up a strong performance, currently in 4th position and only 0.397 seconds off the fastest lap so far. At the moment, Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is currently in 5th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Dodisius in 4th. Meanwhile, Silver Gaming from Team Luna Motorsports has entered the pits and is currently in 29th position. Stay tuned as the race continues. Dodisius is currently in 4th position, only 0.1 seconds behind Judas Smoker Blunt from Team for 20 in 3rd position. Meanwhile, Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 8th position, trailing 0.2 seconds behind Punished Weasel in 7th. Last lap, Punished Weasel was 0.5 seconds faster. Currently, Rally Ranger is in 10th position. Lastly, Judas Smoker Blunt from Team for 20 has entered the pits while holding onto the 7th position. We're currently in the middle of the race, and there have been some interesting developments. XLNC2 is currently in 12th position, with a best lap time of 1:16.228, just over 2 seconds off the fastest lap. Judas Smoker Blunt from Team for 20 has just exited the pits and is now in 25th position. Punished Weasel is currently in 8th position, trailing just behind Rally Ranger in 7th place by 0.4 seconds. On the other hand, Kevin has entered and exited the pits, currently sitting in 24th and 27th position respectively. Lastly, Dodisius is in 3rd position, closely trailing Plundrin Fox. Right now we have Punished Weasel in 8th place, trailing just behind Rally Ranger in 7th. Odysseus is currently holding onto third place, with a strong lap time just .156 seconds off the fastest lap. While Drozirich is not far behind, currently in 11th place and chasing down Hexdrone 7624 in 10th position. It seems like there's some intense competition going on between these drivers. Lastly, Amin San from Team Navgunkins is currently in 12th place, trying to close the gap with Wild Drozirich in front. Stay tuned for more exciting racing action. Wild Drozirich is currently in 11th position, just ahead of Amin San from Team Navgunkins in 12th. Odysseus is holding onto the 3rd position. Everlasting Apex is currently in 16th place, trailing behind Van Crystal in 15th. We have a close battle for 10th place between Wild Drozirich and Hexdrone 7624, with only a 0.2 second difference between them. On the other hand, Odysseus is in a fierce fight for 2nd place, trailing Fox 007 by just 0.5 seconds. Additionally, Wild Drozirich is maintaining a slim lead of 0.3 seconds over Amin San from Team Navgunkins in 12th position. Stay tuned for more thrilling action on the racetrack. Let's do a quick recap of what just happened on the racetrack. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports entered the pits in position 22, while Wafflecuptert from Team Is That a Podium currently holds position 14. Fox 007 just left the pits and is now in position 17. Rizaldi Adhar from Team Rizaldi Racing also headed into the pits and is currently in position 26. Meanwhile, Punished Weasel has just exited the pits and is now in position 18. Finally, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is leading the pack in position 1. Keep your eyes glued to the screen as this race continues to heat up. Rally Ranger is currently in the lead and just entered the pits from position 4. Team Everlasting Apex is currently in position 8, while Pykeem Jura from Team Apex Mafia has just exited the pits in position 24. The Professor is holding on to position 12, while Dazzard 22 is making their way into the pits from position 15. Meanwhile, MYST149 is currently in position 14. Stay tuned for more exciting updates as the race progresses. We've just witnessed some intense action on the track here at the racing simulator. Several drivers have made their way out of the pits, including Dazzard 22 in position 11, XLNC Matu in position 19, Rizaldi Adhar in position 27, and Ntomac in position 20. Meanwhile, Van Crystal is currently holding onto position 9, and Rally Ranger is making moves, currently in 16th place. It's getting really exciting out here, folks. Stay tuned for more updates as the race progresses. Rally Ranger has dropped down to position 20 and is now in 22nd place. Joyman 00 from Team Uno Motorsports is currently in position 11. NYST149 has entered the pits and is currently in 21st place. Punished Weasel is holding strong in 4th position. Von Crystal is currently in 9th place, trailing Wafflecopter from Team Is That a podium by just 0.5 seconds. Stay tuned to see how the race unfolds. Currently, we have Kevin in 9th place, Joyman 00 from Team Uno Motorsports in 12th place. Gary 710 from Team for 20 has just entered the pits in 15th place. Joyman 00 has moved up to 14th. Von Crystal is also entering the pits in 13th place. And Okyoki 3 from Team Mutant Laws of Motion is currently in 16th place. Let's see how the rest of the race unfolds. Let's do a quick recap of the current positions in the race. Okyoki 3 from Team Mutant Laws of Motion has dropped down to position 13, while XLNC2 is now in position 15. Hyundrin Fox 007 was previously holding on to position 7 but has now entered the pits and is currently in position 8. And finally, Desert 22 is currently in position 16. Stay tuned as the race continues and things can quickly change. Desert 22 is currently in 15th position, just 0.2 seconds ahead of Ntomag, who is in 16th position. Earlier, Desert 22 lost the 15th position to Ntomag. On the other hand, Amin-san from Team Navgum Kings is currently in 8th position with a best lap time of 1:14.391, which is 1.457 seconds off the fastest lap. Lastly, Ntomag is trailing behind Joyman 00 from Team Uno Motorsports by a gap of 0.2 seconds in the 14th position. Here's a quick recap of what just happened on the track. Amin-san from Team Navgum Kings is currently in position 8. Just 0.2 seconds behind Wafflecopter from Team Is That a Podium, who is in position 7. Piking Joyer from Team Apex Mafia is currently in position 19, trailing just 0.4 seconds behind Von Crystal in position 18. Wafflecopter, currently in position 8, is also close behind Amin-san, just 0.3 seconds behind. Desert 22 is currently in position 16, 0.4 seconds behind Joyman 00 from Team Uno Motorsports, who is in position 15. Hey there, 7VNMP. Thank you so much for following the channel. I appreciate your support and hope you enjoy the stream. Let's have some fun watching these hour-driven racing cars tear up the track. Welcome to the community. Oh. It looks like we have some intense racing action going on in the AI racing simulator. Currently, Kevin is in 9th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Wafflecopter from Team Is That a Podium, who is holding onto 8th place. Similarly, Desert 22 is battling it out in 16th position, with a slim lead of 0.4 seconds ahead of the Professor, who is closely trailing in 17th place. The competition is really heating up here as the drivers try to gain and maintain their positions. Stay tuned for more thrilling moments in this AI race. We are currently in the middle of the race and things are getting intense. Kevin is currently in 9th position, trailing just 0.3 seconds behind Wafflecupter from Team Is That a Podium in 8th place. Tomac, on the other hand, is sitting in 14th position with a best lap time of 1 minute and 13.340 seconds, only 0.526 seconds off the fastest lap. They both have some fierce competition to catch up to. Stay tuned to see if they can make any moves in the upcoming laps. Wildrozerich is currently in 5th place, trailing behind Hexdrone 7624 in 4th by a margin of 0.2 seconds. However, Wildrozerich managed to close the gap by being 0.6 seconds faster than their competitor in the previous lap. Kevin is currently in 9th place, with a difference of only 0.2 seconds behind Wafflecupter from Team Is That a Podium in 8th position. The Professor is currently in 17th place, just 0.2 seconds behind Joining 00 from Team Union Motorsports in 16th position. The Professor's best lap so far is at 1 minute 15.430 seconds, which is 2.857 seconds. Here's a quick recap of the current positions in the race. In 8th place, we have Wafflecupter from Team Is That a Podium, closely followed by Kevin in 9th place. Judah Smoker Blunt from Team for 20 just exited the pits and is now sitting in a strong 3rd position. Hexdrone 7624 is right behind them in 4th place, with Wildrozerich not too far behind in 5th place. It's definitely a close battle between these drivers as they jostle for position. Stay tuned to see how this race unfolds. On the racetrack, we have Kevin just exiting the pits in 14th position. Meanwhile, Hexdrone 7624 is currently sitting in 4th place, with a narrow lead of 0.4 seconds over Wildrozerich, who is in 5th position. However, Wildrozerich is determined to catch up, trailing Hexdrone 7624 by just 0.3 seconds. And let's not forget about Everlasting Apex, currently in 7th place, with their best lap time being 1 minute and 15.134 seconds. They're showing some promising skills, just 2.563 seconds off the fastest lap so far. Stay tuned as these eye-controlled racing cars give us more excitement. Hey there, Thunder Diesel. Thank you so much for following the channel. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're ready for some thrilling AI racing action today. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. Let's see if these virtual racers can give us a run for our money. Punished Weasel, currently racing in the 2nd position, just made a pit stop and came out in 5th place. They are now close behind Hexdrone 7624 in 4th place. Meanwhile, Okyoki Crew from Team Mutant Laws of Motion is holding onto 11th place with a small lead over Tomac in 12th place. Wildrozerich is performing well in 4th place. Finally, Gilded Sarcophagi from Team That's What's Up is in 9th place with a comfortable lead over Massaladab in 10th place. Stay tuned for more exciting developments on the track. Gilded Sarcophagi from Team That's What's Up just came out of the pits and is now in position 13. Meanwhile, Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is entering the pits in position 19. Gilded Sarcophagi lost position 15 to Van Crystal. At the moment, Dodisius is leading the race and just exited the pits in position 1. Wildro Zurich is in position 3, trailing behind Judas Mocha-Blunt from Team for 20 in 2nd place by 0.3 seconds. Stay tuned for more intense racing action. We just had a pit stop from Amin San of Team Nafgum Kings, who was currently in 6th position. Meanwhile, Wildro Zurich is trailing behind Judas Mocha-Blunt from Team for 20 in 3rd position by a mere 0.3 seconds. Piking Joyer from Team Apex Mafia is currently in 18th position, 3.295 seconds off the fastest lap. After the pit stop, Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings rejoined the race in 12th position. That's all for now, let's see how the race unfolds. Hexdrone 7624 is currently in 4th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Wildro Zurich, who is currently in 3rd. Wildro Zurich has made a pit stop and is now back on track in 4th position. Piking Joyer from Team Apex Marfir has also made a pit stop and is now in 19th place. Everlasting Apex is currently in 6th place and has entered the pits for a pit stop. That's where things stand at the moment. Let's see how the rest of the race unfolds. Everlasting Apex just came out of the pits and is now in 4th position. Desert 22 is currently in 13th place. The Professor is heading into the pits, currently in 15th position. Wafflecuptert from Team Is That a Podium is in 8th position, with a 0.7 second lead over Kevin in 9th. Kevin managed to gain 5.4 seconds on the last lap. And finally, Okyoki Kui from Team Newton Laws of Motion just exited the pits and is now in 10th position. Ntomike has just exited the pits and is now in position 14, followed by XLNC Matu, who is currently in 15th. Desert 22 also made their way back on track but is in 17th place. The Professor is now making their comeback as well and is sitting in 19th position. It's definitely getting interesting out there on the track. Stay tuned for more thrilling moments as the race progresses. Let's do a quick recap of what just happened on the racetrack. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 16th position, trailing behind XLNC Matu in 15th. On the other hand, Hyundai Fox 007 has just exited the pits and is now in 20th place. Meanwhile, Smurf 20 from Team for 20 and Rally Ranger have also completed their pit stops and are now in 21st and 22nd positions respectively. Moving up the leaderboard, Van Crystal is currently holding onto 7th place, while Everlasting Apex is in 5th, just 0.3 seconds behind Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings in 4th. Van Crystal is currently in 10th position and has just exited the pits. Pillow Flame is currently in 23rd position, 0.2 seconds behind Rally Ranger in 22nd position. However, Pillow Flame was able to gain a significant advantage by being 6.0 seconds faster than the previous lap. Everlasting Apex is currently in 5th position, trailing Sign from Team Nafgum Kings in 4th position by just 0.4 seconds. Additionally, Pillow Flame remains in 23rd position, 0.4 seconds behind Rally Ranger. Everlasting Apex is currently in 5th position, trailing behind Sign from Team Nafgum Kings by 0.6 seconds. Rally Ranger is in 23rd position, just 0.2 seconds behind Pillow Flame in 22nd place. Wildrosirage is currently in 12th position, with a 0.5 second gap behind Van Crystal in 11th place. It's worth noting that Van Crystal was 69.0 seconds faster on the last lap. And again, Everlasting Apex is still in 5th place, now just 0.5 seconds behind Sign from Team Nafgum Kings. Wildrosirage is currently in 12th place with a best lap time of 1:15.212, which is 2.641 seconds of the fastest lap. Everlasting Apex is currently in 5th position, trailing 0.7 seconds behind Sign from Team Nafgum Kings in 4th place. Wildrosirage is currently in 12th place, just 0.5 seconds behind Van Crystal in 11th place. Ntomike is currently in 19th place, also 0.5 seconds behind the Professor in 18th place. Stay tuned for more updates on the race. Let's do a quick recap of the current happenings in the race. Wildrosirage is currently in 12th position, trailing behind Van Crystal, who is in 11th position. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is holding onto 16th position, just ahead of Dazzard22 in 17th position. Meanwhile, Wazildiadhar just made a pit stop, and is now back on track in 24th position. Lastly, Punished Weasel is currently in 3rd place, trying to close the gap with Judas Smoker Blunt from Team for 20, who is holding onto 2nd position. These are the facts so far, and we'll see how the race unfolds. Stay tuned. Let's do a quick recap of the current state of the race. Van Crystal is currently in 11th position, while Gilded Sarcophagi from Team That's What's Up just made a pit stop, and is now in 9th position. Masaladub is holding onto 12th position, with a slight lead of 1.6 seconds over Pakin Joya from Team Apex Mafia in 13th position. Exiting from the pits, Gilded Sarcophagi from Team That's What's Up has dropped down to 19th position. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 16th place, while Punished Weasel is also heading into the pits and currently sitting in a straw. Punished Weasel is currently in 4th place and has just exited the pits. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 17th place, 0.4 seconds ahead of the Professor in 18th place. The Professor was 3.5 seconds faster than Joyman 00 last lap. Gilded Sarcophagi from Team That's What's Up is in 19th place, 0.4 seconds behind the Professor. Joyman 00's best lap time so far is 1:17.113, which is 4.542 seconds off the fastest lap time. Lastly, Judas Blunt from Team for 20 is currently in 2nd place. That's the latest update on the race. Currently in the race, we have Judas Blunt from Team for 20 who is currently in 2nd place but just lost the position to Amin San from Team Navgum Kings. They are currently in a battle for the podium. Meanwhile, Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is in 6th place and only 0.4 seconds behind Wafukutut from Team Is That a Podium who is currently in 5th. It looks like Okyoki 3 is trying to make a move up the grid. We also have Masaladub in 12th place, trailing behind Van Crystal in 11th place. However, Masaladub was able to gain some speed, being 0. Currently on the racing track, we have Kevin and Van Crystal battling it out for positions 10 and 11. Kevin just exited the pits and is now in position 12. Meanwhile, Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is putting up a strong performance in 6th position, only 2.129 seconds behind the fastest lap. In the lower positions, Piking Joyer from Team Apex Mafia is currently in position 13, narrowly ahead of Ntomak in position 14. And finally, Okyoki 3 is trailing just behind Wafukutut from Team Is That a Podium in 5th position. Stay tuned to see how the rest of the race unfolds. Let's do a quick recap of what's been happening in the race. Currently, Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is in 6th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Wafukutut from Team Is That a Podium who is in 5th position. Meanwhile, Piking Joyer from Team Apex Mafia is in 13th position, trailing behind Kevin in 12th position by 0.4 seconds. Piking Joyer was able to make up some time last lap, being 5.1 seconds faster. On another note, Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports has entered the pits and is currently in 19th position. Stay tuned as the race. Dodesius is currently leading the race and has just exited the pits in 1st place. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports has also just exited the pits, but is currently in 22nd position. Wafukutut from Team Is That a Podium is chasing hard in 6th place, only 0.2 seconds behind Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 5th position. Pillow Flame has also just left the pits and is now in 23rd position. We'll see how these positions change as the race progresses. Amin-san from Team Navgum Kings is currently in position 2, and they just entered the pits while still holding onto their 2nd position. In the meantime, Masaladov is currently in 10th place, trailing behind Hexdrone 7624 in 9th. Ntomak is not far behind either, currently in 13th place, and chasing after Piking Joyer from Team Apex Mafia in 12th. Lastly, Amin-san from Team Navgum Kings made a pit stop and came out in 4th place. That's the recap for now. Stay tuned for more action. Currently on the racing track, we have Assetto in 10th place with a best lap time of 1:14.157. He's 1.586 seconds off the fastest lap, and is trailing behind Hexdrone 7624 in 9th place by 0.5 seconds. Mike is currently in 13th position. Pikin Joyer from Team Apex Mafia is in 13th place, 1.0 second ahead of Kevin, who is in 14th place. Fox 007 has just entered the pits and is currently in 20th position. That's all for now, folks. Let's see what unfolds next on the racing simulator. Let's do a quick recap of what just happened on the track. Okyoki3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 5th position. Fox 007 just exited the pits and is now in 21st position. Wafflecuptert from Team Is That a Podium is entering the pits, currently in 6th position. Meanwhile, Assetto is currently in 10th position and has also entered the pits. Stay tuned to see how the rest of the race unfolds. Wafflecuptert from Team Is That a Podium has made an impressive climb to position 9. Meanwhile, Wildro Zurich and Hexdrone 7624 have both just exited the pits, now sitting in positions 11 and 12 respectively. Desert 22 is currently in 16th place, while the Professor holds 13th position. Lastly, XLNC Matu has also completed their pit stop, rejoining the race in position 13. Stay tuned to see how the rest of the race unfolds. Here's a quick recap of what just happened on the track. The Professor just exited the pits in position 19, followed by Smurf20 from Team for 20 in position 21, and Rally Ranger in position 22. Meanwhile, Ron Crystal was doing well in 6th position but has now entered the pits to refuel. And we have Assetto currently in 14th position, trailing just behind XLNC Matu in 13th. Stay tuned to see how the race unfolds. Von Crystal is currently in 8th position, trailing behind Kevin in 7th place by only 1.5 seconds. Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings is holding strong in 4th place. Von Crystal just exited the pits and is now in 10th position. Assetto is currently in 14th place, just 0.3 seconds behind XLNC Matu in 13th place. On the other hand, Fox 007 is in 18th place, trying to close the gap of 0.4 seconds with Desert 22 in 17th place. It's quite a competitive race out there. We are currently watching an exciting race in the racing simulator. Desert 22 is currently in 18th place and is closely behind Fox 007 in 17th position. The Professor is not too far behind, currently in 21st place and chasing after Smurf20 from Team for 20 in 20th position. Pillow Flame is in 23rd place and is trying to catch up to Rally Ranger in 22nd position. And leading the pack right now is Dodisius in 1st position. Stay tuned, folks, as anything can happen in these final laps. Let's quickly recap what just happened in the race. Currently, Pillow Flame is in 23rd position, trailing Rally Ranger in 22nd by a mere 0.3 seconds. However, on the previous lap, Pillow Flame was able to overtake Rally Ranger and secure the 22nd position. On the other hand, Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is currently in 20th place, with Joyman 00 from Team Yuna Motorsports following closely behind in 19th, just 0.3 seconds separating the two. It's worth noting that Smurf 20 from Team for 20 had a faster lap time of 3.8 seconds compared to Joyman 00 from Team Yuna. Gilded Sarcophagi from Team That's What's Up just came out of the pits and is now in 12th position. Masaladub managed to pass Gilded Sarcophagi and is currently in 12th. Punished Weasel is currently in 4th position, while Rizaldi Adhar is heading into the pits in 24th place. After the pit stop, Punished Weasel has successfully exited the pits and is still holding onto 4th position. Lastly, Everlasting Apex is currently in 5th place. We're currently watching the racing cars driven by artificial intelligence in a racing simulator. Right now, Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings is in 3rd position and just entered the pits. Meanwhile, Kevin is in 7th position, closely followed by Wafflecupter from Team Is That a Podium in 8th place. Gilded Sarcophagi from Team That's What's Up is currently in 19th position and also entering the pits. Kevin is now in 8th position and is soon expected to enter the pits as well. Stay tuned for more updates. Ntomike is currently in 13th place, but lost positions to Kevin and Dazzer 22. Kevin is now in 15th place. In the meantime, Ntomike has entered the pits and is currently in 18th position. On the other hand, Masaladub is in 11th place, trailing Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings by 0.4 seconds. Let's see how the race unfolds from here. We have Ntomike coming out of the pits in 22nd position. Pillow Flame is currently chasing down Joyman 00 from Team Yuna Motorsports in 19th place. Masaladub is doing well, sitting in 11th position and closing in on Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings. Judas Smoker Blunt from Team for 20 is putting on an impressive performance in 2nd place. And lastly, Wildro Zirage is in 7th place, not too far behind Wafflecupter from Team Is That a Podium in 6th position. Let's recap what just happened on the track. Masaladub is currently in 11th position, just 0.5 seconds behind Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings, who is in 10th position. Masaladub had a great lap last time, being 70.0 seconds faster than before. We also had Judas Smoker Blunt from Team for 20 exiting the pits and joining the race in 2nd position. And we have Wildro Zirage currently in 7th position, trailing by 0.4 seconds behind Wafflecupter from Team Is That a Podium, who is in 6th position. Rally Ranger started off in 21st position. Let me give you a quick recap of what just happened on the track. Currently, Pillow Flame is in 18th position, trailing behind the Professor, who is in 17th place by just 0.3 seconds. while Rosierich has made some impressive progress and has moved up to 6th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Waffelkutert from Team Is That a Podium, who is in 5th. While Rosierich managed to shave off 0.7 seconds from their lap time compared to the previous lap. Fox 007 is currently in 13th place, only 0.3 seconds away from overtaking Excellency, who is in. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports just entered the pits in 20th position and has now exited in 21st. Meanwhile, Punished Weasel lost position 18 to Rally Ranger, and Wild Rosierich is currently in 6th place, trailing behind Waffelkupchert from Team Is That a Podium in 5th position by 0.3 seconds. Lastly, Masaladub is in 10th position, just 0.7 seconds behind Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings in 9th place. That's the latest update from the race. We are currently on lap 40 out of 45. Wild Rosierich is currently in 6th position, trailing by just 0.5 seconds behind Waffelkutcher from Team Is That a Podium, who is in 5th place. Pillow Flame is holding onto the 16th position, staying 0.9 seconds ahead of the Professor in 17th. Pillow Flame has just entered the pits while still in 17th place. And finally, Dodicius is leading the pack in 1st position. Those are the latest updates from the race. We just had some intense action on the track. Pillow Flame and Dodicius were both exiting the pits, with Pillow Flame in 19th position and Dodicius in the lead at 1st position. Wild Rosierich is currently in 6th place, trailing just 0.3 seconds behind Waffelkutcher from Team Is That a Podium, who is in 5th place. Van Crystal is not far behind in 8th place, only 0.1 seconds behind Hexdrone 7624, who is in 7th place. Meanwhile, Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is currently battling it out in 15th position, just 0.2 seconds behind Kevin, who holds 14. We're currently in the middle of the race, with Rally Ranger in 17th place, chasing after the Professor in 16th. By the looks of it, Rally Ranger was able to shave off 1.3 seconds from their time compared to the last lap. Meanwhile, Wild Rosierich is in a close battle for 6th place, trailing just 0.3 seconds behind Waffelkupchert from Team Is That a Podium. Lastly, Waffelkupchert from Team Is That a Podium is managing to hold onto their position, being just 0.1 seconds ahead of Hexdrone 7624 in 7th place. It's definitely shaping up to be an exciting finish.
There you go. Oh, that's naughty. He did that on purpose. What an idiot. What an idiot. Witness there. That was just wrong.
Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion just entered the pits and is currently in 3rd position. Meanwhile, Paquin Joyer from Team Apex Mafia just exited the pits and is now in 17th position. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports also exited the pits and is currently in 21st position. The Professor has moved up to 14th place. Moreover, XLNC Mutu is entering the pits and is currently holding onto 17th position. Stay tuned for more exciting racing action. Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 4th place. They just exited the pits and maintained their position. Meanwhile, Wild Rosierich is currently in 5th place and also just exited the pits. Masaladub is currently in 9th place and entering the pits. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 21st place. We've just witnessed some intense action on the track. Currently, Rally Ranger is in 13th position, but they are closely chasing Kevin, who is ahead in 12th place. Rally Ranger has decided to pit, which might give them an advantage in the upcoming laps. Meanwhile, Hexdrone 7624 and Masaladub have successfully completed their pit stops and are back on the track, hoping to improve their positions. On the other hand, Smurf20 from Team for 20 is currently holding onto the 13th spot. Lastly, Wilder Zurich is doing well, currently sitting in 7th place. Stay tuned for more excitement as we approach the final laps of this race. Currently, we have the Professor in position 18 exiting the pits, while Tomac is holding onto position 14. Up ahead, Van Crystal has managed to climb up to position 6, but is trailing behind Amin San from Team Navgun Kings in position 5 by just 3.9 seconds. Additionally, Tomac is not too far behind either, right on the heels of Paikin Joyer from Team Apex Mafia in position 13. As for Van Crystal, they have just come out of the pits and are currently in position 8. Stay tuned to see how the rest of this race unfolds. Let's do a quick recap of the current positions in the race. Tomac is currently in 14th place, trailing behind Paikin Joyer from Team Apex Mafia, who is in 13th place. Van Crystal is currently holding the 10th position, just 0.1 seconds behind Hexdrone 7624 in 9th place. Additionally, Masaladub is in 11th place, 0.5 seconds behind Van Crystal. Stay tuned to see if any of these drivers can make a move in the final lap. Tomac is currently in 14th position, 0.2 seconds behind Paikin Joyer from Team Apex Mafia in 13th position. Smurf20 from Team for 20 is currently in 17th position, 0.6 seconds behind Rally Ranger in 16th position. Smurf20 from Team for 20 was 1.1 seconds faster than the previous lap. Tomac is now 0.4 seconds behind Paikin Joyer from Team Apex Mafia in 13th position. Smurf20 from Team for 20 is still 0.4 seconds behind Rally Ranger in 16th position. Exciting stuff happening on the track. Let's We just witnessed an intense round of racing in the simulator. Kevin crossed the finish line first, securing position 8. Following closely behind was Hexdrone 7624, taking position 9. Muscle ordered fought hard and claimed position 10.